Isang magandang gabi sa ating mga kabayan dito sa Middle East and the rest of Asia, pati na rin dyan sa Europa.
Very good morning man sa ating mga ka-Web3 sa kabilang panig ng mundo, the United States of America.
We are coming to you dito sa napakagandang Yas Island dito sa Abu Dhabi to attend the Hit Games Conference.
Muli natin balikan ang ilang mga bumidang balita sa mundo ng Web3 nito nakaraang linggo.
Mga balitang sinubaybayan at sinundan nyo para malaman ang mga kaganapan sa Web3 at Crypto World. Simulan natin ang balitaan sa plano ng MicroStrategy to raise $1.75 billion through convertible notes para bumili pa ng Bitcoin for general corporate purposes.
Absolutely. Ang zero-interest senior notes will mature in 2029 at kung matuloy ang mga plano, the company could get its hands on up to 19,000 additional Bitcoins, bringing its total holdings to $331,200 billion at current prices.
Dahil dito, the company now owns 1.5% of total maximum supply of 21 million BTC. Dahil din dito, nag-transform na ang MicroStrategy from a business intelligence company to the world's first and largest Bitcoin treasury company.
So, alam mo pa rin, napakalaking balita nito kasi mukhang MicroStrategy is bent on being a Bitcoin treasury with its ambitious 21-21 plan to raise $42 billion over 3 years for more Bitcoin purchases split between stocks and bonds. First ever Bitcoin treasury.
And it's been 4 years mula nang nagsimula mag-stack ng Bitcoins ang MicroStrategy and it wants more. Kaya naman it already broke into the top 100 US publicly traded companies, lalo na nung umabot sa $94,000 ang halaga ng Bitcoin.
Samantala, Bitcoin mining company Marathon Digital Holdings will be issuing $850 million worth of convertible notes bilang parte ng plano nila to repurchase existing debt, fund corporate initiatives, and acquire Bitcoin.
And sinabi pa ng kumpanya na plano nilang gamitin ang $199 million of expected $833 million in net proceeds to repurchase $212 million of its existing 2026 convertible notes. Ang natitira ay i-allocate sa pagbili pa ng additional Bitcoins for general corporate purposes.
Tama ka dyan, partner. Isa lang ang Marathon sa mga kumpanyang worldwide na magdalagdag ng Bitcoin sa kanilang balance sheet, indicating na more and more are getting into the crypto bandwagon.
Gaya nga ng MicroStrategy kanina, maraming ang mga companies ang opening up to the possibilities na ino-offer ng mga cryptocurrencies.
Isa pa rin dyan ang Metaplanet ng Japan na naibalita na rin natin dito sa Web3 Chronicles. Meaning, marami lang nagiging interested in fully adopting crypto lalo na sa kanilang mga businesses.
Balitang Pinas naman tayo, makikipag-collab ang digital innovation subsidiary ng Union Bank na UBX sa international firm na Just Finance to form a multi-currency stable exchange.
This move from Union Bank will offer easier and cheaper cross-border payments and foreign exchange transactions using stable coins kagaya ng USDC. It also enables counterparties to swap and convert multiple currencies in a public but permissioned blockchain.
Sinabi pa ng UBX na by using stablecoins, they will deliver quantum improvement in security, efficiency, liquidity, and cost in cross-border and foreign exchange transactions, kagaya ng remittances, B2B payments, at trade financing.
So I think the only thing we gotta take note in this particular article is that over the past months, we have seen traditional banks doing collabs, with crypto finance institutions, making the possibilities of crypto adoption much closer. And, with Bitcoin absolutely almost hitting 100K as we speak, everyone should really get into the bandwagon.
As of now, it's 97 USD. 7,000 USD.
Samantala, sa Poland naman, sinabi ng presidential candidate na si Sławomir Mencen na kapag nanalo siya ay gagawa ito ng Bitcoin reserve para sa bansa. Inspired daw siya di umano ni US President-elect Donald Trump who backed Bitcoin sa nakalipas na campaign nito.
Sa kasalukuyan ay may hawak na 33.7 Bitcoin si Mencen na nagkakalaga ng over $3 million at current value. Sinabi pa nito ang Bitcoin reserve will strengthen Poland's economy by adding diversity to its financial asset.
Tama ka dyan, partner. Kapag natuloy ang plano ni Mencen at nanalo siya sa presidential elections, makakatulong ng malaki sa ekonomiya ng Poland ang adoption ng Bitcoin sa government funds nito.
Ang plano ni Mencen would also open up Poland to new financial technologies, lalo ang digital finance, taking its cue from other countries na nag-adopt ng crypto sa kanilang ekonomiya kagaya ng El Salvador.
And wrapping up our top stories this week, kamakailan lang ay ibinalita ng Russia na ipatigil muna nito ang crypto mining sa ilang peeling regions nito kasama ng ilang mga territories malapit sa Ukraine.
Ang temporary ban on crypto mining ay parte ng strategy ng Russia to mitigate power shortages lalo na at papasok na ang winter season sa Russia.
Ang ban ay makaapekto sa 6 regions kasamang Ukraine mula December 2024 hanggang March 2031. That's a whopping 7 years right there. Inilabas ang kautosang ito matapos pirmahan ni Russian President Vladimir Putin ang bagong batas na nagre-regulate ng crypto mining sa bansa.
Bukod sa ban, kasama rin sa amendments ng gustong ipasok ng Russia ang taxation for income and expenses related to crypto transactions and mining operations.
In conjunction din sa crypto mining ban, nag-establish din ng Russia ng power consumption limit of 6,000 kilowatt hours per month para sa mga unregistered individual miners. Those who will exceed this limit will be required to register as individual entrepreneurs to continue their mining activities legally.
At yan ang mga mainit na balita at bumidang happening sa Web3 this week. Ako po si Adrian at huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe sa aming channel and hit that notification bell for more contents mula sa amin.
At ako naman si Chef Rod, makikita-kita tayo muli as we give you what's on and what's trending dito na sa inyong patuloy na pagkakatiwalaan pagdating sa Web3 news and happenings.
Web3 Chronicles! You know what? It's really nice here in Abu Dhabi right now.
Shout out as well